Greetings, fellow dreamers. What up with thee? Hope y'all are doing good today. Stunning weather here. Gosh, I will say a nice day here is, I don't know, I'll take the nice days in New York where it's cool and crisp and it's almost like cold air. You northerners, you know what I'm talking about. Those days where the sky is just that different color blue. It's what we live for. It's what we live for. Man, so what's going on today? What's the word? What's the haps? Hello, my dear. Gotta send some love out there, you know? So, I've had a couple... I'm really excited about what's really happening in terms of, for myself, what it looks like is growing as an individual, really committing to what I started and following through. And I'm loving the whole process of seeing myself grow, taking the action steps, honestly screwing it up a lot, and then tailoring what I need to change and then going after it. So that's what I want to share with everybody today. It's been incredible just to go through this journey and see all the progress that I've seen. I've had a couple things recently, personally as well as professionally, that have really sparked an excitement in me, and I want to share it with you guys just to give you my 2 cents and share with you my insight on what I believe is going on, and maybe you can adopt something. So this idea for me, I've started with the conversation I had yesterday was really a success formula. What has worked for me in the past? Where have I seen results in accomplishing anything and find that happiness? And for me, I've noticed it starts with a vision. It starts with being able to see myself do it. And I really think the initial step is believing in yourself. I don't think seeing is believing. I think believing is seeing. When you believe that it can happen, you see a way. And for me, it's happened. I'll give you a very small example. There was a workout that we had recently, and there was a movement involved called toes to bar. And there's a swinging motion involved in it, and you got to get your toes all the way up to the gymnastics bar. And I saw myself doing every other part of the workout, and then when it came to this, I wasn't able to see myself doing it. And it just, in my mind's eye, looked awkward. It felt awkward, and it wasn't ideal. And go figure, when I went to go do the workout, I struggled. It's something that really, really slowed me down and was the weakest point. Certainly an opportunity to improve. So afterwards, I went and worked on it a little bit, got a little coaching, and was able to get a solid rhythm doing it. And from there, I was able to see myself doing it, and I've gotten exponentially better since then. And that's just a very, very, very small example, but the recipe is still the same. I was able to see myself doing it, and then from there, I did the practice and I got better, and then I visualized it again and went through the whole process again. So I really do think it starts with believing you can do it and trying. You have to try. And one thing I've really been proud of in myself the last few months specifically, and also on a larger scale in my life, is the courage to try. And I will say I'm fortunate to have parents that have supported me and encouraged me to try different things, one thing at a time, not really scatterbrain, try this, try that. You have to, I learned, give it a fair chance. And if it's something that is meant to be, it will stick to you. You'll be inspired. You'll go to the next thing and the next thing and so on. So the idea of trying and failing at it, and that word failure, it really has a negative connotation, I believe, to most people. Like, oh, I failed at that. And I've learned for myself, it's the fast track. That is such a shortcut to where you're trying to get. You try and you try and you try and you screw it up, and you listen to certain people and pick up little keys, and you make it from there. And it's just such an empowering feeling. I've cut down my time on what I want to accomplish by so much, because I'm willing to take that first step, and I'm willing to figure out, even if it's a total failure, I have answers at that point, and I've got a little bit of experience that now I can build on, and it's something I didn't have before. And it just gives you, it's the idea of practice versus the whole visualize. You can visualize something, but if you don't have a grasp on what's real and what it's really going to take, that's going to be a challenge. So the example I just gave you, I'm sitting there trying to visualize, like, I know what the movement is. I know what it is. I could break it down for you, and it makes sense, but it didn't make sense to me with a practical application. Go figure, because I hadn't practiced it before. It didn't make sense to my body. There was a connection that was just missing. So the practice of that really got me to extremely quickly, as I focused on it, be able to get it. And literally in a day, I was able to get a good rhythm. And then in 3 days, I was able to get exponentially higher than where I was in my ability to do that movement. And that is my key success formula. Now, I'm sure with other people, it may look a little different. I just want to offer what works for me, and maybe you can pick up on something that resonates with you. So I've also applied it to the career that I want to have, and what I want to do, what's my mission in life, and really what I want to be a part of. And I'm going to talk tomorrow about another topic that's really important in this, and that has to do with asking empowering questions. Someone asked me some questions yesterday that were just so profound, and I'll share with you guys that tomorrow. And today I want to share with you what my formula looks like when I'm going after something. So in my career, if I'm not able to, if there's something in my life, say that there's relationships that I'm struggling with, if I really think about it, the places that I'm not feeling fulfilled or successful in my mind are the places that I really just don't have a vision for. Would you get in a car and not know where the car is going? That's exactly where you're at when you choose a job and are not sure about what you want to accomplish. That's the same thing about getting on a plane and not knowing where the destination is. It's laughable, but it's the same thing. If you don't have a target of where you want to go, or what that place is that you want to get to, then how are you supposed to? That's just a shot in the dark. And I'm sure you can find out certain things about yourself by going that way. I just believe that if you don't have an inspiring vision on what excites you, then you're fighting an uphill battle. You're trying to get up a muddy hill and you just keep sliding down. So I personally have seen the places where I have a vision and I've been extremely successful, and then the places that I don't have a vision and I've been unsuccessful in my mind. And what I'd like to do is practice the vision of specifically what I'm looking for, and go through some exercises where I can really define it for myself. What are you looking for in a career? What are you looking for in your body physically? What would you like to do? What's something that excites you? How do you want to feel towards your body? How do you want to feel towards other people? And I believe when you can really see that and believe that and feel that, that's what makes it real. And then you come up with an action plan. You come up with practical steps to getting closer to where you want to be. So for me, I wanted to work on my speaking skills. and I wanted to get more proficient in that department. So practically, I went to these meetings, Toastmasters, to go learn a little bit. I picked up a couple good books, read a little bit on some techniques, some things that other people use, and really get into the space of what it would really be like and get other people's insight on what it is to be a speaker. So those are the practical steps, and from there I might pick something up and say, oh, hey, this excites me. I want to go this direction. Or I meet somebody over here and they give me a piece of advice that says, you know what, I want to discover that. I want to find that out for myself. And I'll tell you, the joy of this whole thing is being on that journey, is being, you know what? I might not have it today. I'm working towards it. I'm getting there a little bit, step by step. And that feeling of growing as an individual is incredible. Man, that's what it's all about. There's been so many goals that I haven't achieved. However, I've still felt the sense of joy in pursuing those and going after those. Okay, maybe I didn't hit all of my benchmarks. Who cares? I'm of the thinking that the pursuit of something great is what it's all about. That thing that you really want to do, that thing you dream of, that is the thing that's going to make you feel alive, feel really, really alive. So that's what I want to share with you guys. What's an example for yourself? What's something that that maybe you don't have a vision for, that you could develop a vision for? See what it looks like. Find some people around you that are successful in that department. See what they think. Get a couple opinions on it. But ultimately make the decision in your heart what you want in your life. That way, if you get something that somebody else wanted for you, that's taking the power out of your hands. You have to be responsible for you at the end of the day. And it's not what lights your mom up or your dad up or makes you look good in front of your friends. It's that thing that makes you feel good with yourself. That sense of peace of mind at the end of the day. That thing that'll help you sleep. So, give it some thought. Let me know. Thanks for staying tuned. I will check in with you guys soon. I'm excited about tomorrow and sharing with you guys some of the questions that someone asked me. And I actually have to do the work, so I want to share that part with you too. A couple interesting questions. So, I'll see you guys later. Adios.